Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. How are my wonderful Pisces family doing? I hope you guys are great. You know, we're into our twin flame. There's been a lot of relationships coming together. I don't know if it's because of the new year and people are realizing that people are more important in their lives and wanting to connect and stay connected long term with them. A lot of new results are coming out for people. People are weighing their pros and cons in a relationship and who's for them, who's not. It's like, oh my goodness. People are waking up. They're getting in tune with themselves and they're seeing some relationships for what they are, some for what they're meant to be, and others not for me, you know. So let's see what's going on in your life, Pisces. What's happening for you? But before we dive in, let's get in tune with our routine on breathing because we want to leave that negativity outside the door. So you inhale, exhale twice, and then shake it off. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Yes. Shake it off because we don't bring no negativity with us. We got enough of that with dealing the world every day. We don't want it in our private and sacred realm. Speak to us, Spirit, on behalf of our Pisces. Help reveal messages to them that they were meant to see and hear. Help them to get more in tune with themselves. Help them to gain clarity and understanding for what information they are seeking. Mm-mm-mm. Hope everybody's been doing good and the weather's getting nice. The sun is shining brighter. It just feels wonderful. Don't you feel good? Come on, don't you feel good? You wake up each day and you give thanks and gratitude just to be able to open your eyes, open your mouth, and speak your truth. Yes, yes. That's part of you. That's part of your power. This connection confuses me. I don't know what to do. Why is that? I don't know if I'm ready for something like this. Pisces. I wish I could express my true feelings. Why? What is going on? I'm working on myself to get better. Yes. I'm having fantasies about you. Wow. I really miss you. So many people give up so quickly on relationships, but I believe that's your divine timing to get in tune with who you are and what you're seeking. This connection confuses me. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm ready for something like this. I wish I could express my true feelings. I'm working on myself. So I'm having fantasies about you. I really miss you. Pisces. This could be either you or your partner. This connection confuses me. I don't know what to do. So Pisces, this is you. You are not completely sure about this connection. You don't want to show too many feelings to get heartbroken. But by you not sharing your feelings, that person backs away and gets a little heartbroken. But you don't want to be the one that says, I care about you, I love you first. You want them to say it. Isn't that crazy? You want to hear it. You know how you feel about the relationship, but you're not sure how they feel about the relationship. They're going through the motions and everything, but it's still not resonating with you completely as far as where you stand in the relationship. So it's confusing to you because it's like, wow, what do you do? What do you do? You have to think about everything. You have to. And that's where the focus comes in because this is something that really truly resonates with you because you like this person, but you don't want to be the one. Excuse me, I had to put on my glasses. You don't want to be the one that shares it first. You want to hear it from that person first. And they could be feeling the same way. They want to hear you say it, but you want to hear them say it. So nobody says that you break up and that's the end of the relationship. That's where communication comes in. What is the fear factor of you saying it first and them not agreeing with you and you get embarrassed and your life is over? Communicate. If it doesn't work out, you just end things amicably and just say, you know what? Communication was an issue for us. But once you confess your love for someone and they know how you feel, they in tune might resonate with what you're saying and reciprocate it. But you won't know until you try. Doesn't matter who goes first. I don't know if I'm ready for something like this. That could be something that is a possibility. Sometimes the stress of a relationship long term really pulls on the heartstrings. It wears you out. It makes you question yourself and your actions, and sometimes you fall in line with doubt, not knowing if this is right, if you're right for this relationship, if this person really cares about you. And that's where the hesitation comes on your part, because you're like feeling, I wonder if they really, really like me, or if I'm okay, or unless you guys communicate, you won't know. And you want to, I wish I could express my true feelings. That's how you feel. You can't. You're having difficulty expressing how you really feel. You know how you feel, but the fear comes in because you don't know if they feel the same way about you. Relationships are so complicated. Oh my gosh. And communication, because of people's feelings and issues, people don't want to be hurt. So they don't say what they should be saying. And it's, oh, brother, what an issue. I'm working on myself. You are working on yourself because you want to be able to communicate better and not always have to hear the other person say what you're feeling. It saves so much time if communication takes place. You put somebody in the spot that is gonna, most of the time they speak their truth. Sometimes they don't want to hurt your feelings. Maybe they don't speak their truth. But the thing is, you'll never know if you don't say anything. If it's weighing that heavily on your mind, Pisces, just let it go and say, you know what? I feel this way about you. Express yourself. Let the feelings go and grow. Open your mouth and speak your truth. Whether it's reciprocated or not, you get it off of you. You put it on them. You leave them having to make a decision. You already said your piece. You said what you had to say. So you threw it back on them, so they have to respond. Now they're on the spot. How are you feeling? And if you don't know, get in tune with yourself and figure out what you want. It's so many issues that transpire when people are trying to seek out their peace, their truth, their feelings. It gets you anxious, and you know what? That's when you actually care what the person has to say. So then you know that you're really feeling them. And they could be exhibiting the same lack of communication as you because they don't want their feelings hurt. You know, it's so stressful, frustrating, complicated, because when it deals with the heart, oh my goodness, when it deals with the heart, it rips you to shreds. It rips you to shreds because you just don't know. You just don't know. You want to share your heart, you want to share your love, but you want to know that it's reciprocated. And if it isn't, what happens? Your heart broken, your feelings get hurt. You're going to dive into self and just be in your own world. Let me tell you something. It's better to know than assume. Think about it like this. Let's say that you're with somebody and you going through the motions with them and y'all really don't communicate to that extent. You just enjoy each other's company, intimacy, everything. And you working on this relationship because you think, we mesh together, we're going in the right direction, we want the same things out of life. I'm really feeling them. I know they feeling me. Now, think about it. Let's say that you catch that person outside with another man or a woman, intimately, maybe kissing or hugging, and you get mad and you want to stop them in the street. What are you doing? Or, oh, that's how you doing me? And it's like, what are you talking about? We got a relationship, we got a thing going on. We're friends with benefits. I never confessed my love for you. You never told me that you loved me either. But I thought because of how we was feeling each other and how great we are together that you was feeling the same way. Did I tell you I was feeling the same way? The biggest heartstring pull is getting in a relationship with someone and the lacking of communication, the assumption of how the rules are being played, and assuming something that was never said. Because then you get put on the spot or they get put on the spot, but they wasn't feeling you like that. But the actions of them said something differently. But your assumption made you believe that it was more to the relationship than there was. And they never told you that. You never said it. So why is the assumption coming in? Because of the connectivity about the feelings you were feeling, but never confirm with the other person to see if they were reciprocating what you were feeling? Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Think about it. If a female or a dude never said to you that the two of you are exclusive, why are you making that assumption that you are? Why? Why? I saw one of my brothers do that to somebody, and he said, I never said that I wasn't going to date anybody else. I told you I didn't want you dating anybody else because there's a lot of stuff going on out there. So why would I put myself at risk? I ask you, if you're going to be with me, that you be exclusive. But you assumed that I was in agreement with that for myself. I didn't tell you that. And when she reflected on it, she said, you got that. She said, yep, you never said it. You never said that we were exclusive. There's a lot of things in wording and reading behind, you know, seeking out the information and listening for the answer. Not ignoring, not being in denial, not assuming, but communication. Ask people straight out. I told his other girlfriend after, I said, you know something? When you're dealing with my brother, make sure that any questions you have, ask. Don't assume. Don't assume. She said, how could I get to your brother and let him know how I feel? I said, you tell him. Win or lose, you tell him. His response will determine how you move forward. And ask the question that's important to you. Some guys will say, oh, what is this, 21 questions? 21 questions? Come on. That means they don't really want to answer stuff. If they feel like it's an interrogation, they'll have to be honest. So therefore, they avoid it. You have to be able to ask the questions that are important to you because you'll never have rest because you'll always be wondering and assuming, and you don't want to do that. If you're serious about somebody in a relationship and you guys are getting to know each other better more and more and spending quality time together, the assumption could be, yeah, this is it. Meanwhile, you're one of the it's. Male or female, doesn't matter. But whatever happened between you guys, I'm working on myself. This could be for either one, but it's from your person because they're trying to get out of being completely honest. Okay, I'm working on myself, so I'm still in the process. So that means I just need some freedom to get to know other people to see if you're the one for me. Unless they come out right and say to you, I care about you. I'm exclusive, only you. You're the one for me. Listen to the words. You'll pick up so many clues when you listen. Don't always be the first to speak. Sometimes you got to just step back and listen, and people will tell you their truth. I'm having fantasies about you. Well, at least you know it could be either side, but he's starting to get connected or she's starting to get connected with you, and fantasies are existing. I'm working on myself. I'm having fantasies about you. I really miss you. Okay, so your person misses you. They having fantasies about you, and they acknowledge that whatever they did, they didn't do it right. So they working on themselves to do better, trying to get you back. But I'm saying, Pisces, if you and this person reignite the flame and get back together, make sure that you don't hold back on questions that you have. If you are afraid to talk with someone and share your feelings with them, how are y'all going to move forward? What is the fear factor? Is it the fact that you feel that they're not going to reciprocate what you're feeling? You have to ask yourself those questions. Sometimes you're in denial. You know that person don't feel that way about you, but you still want to hear them say that they don't. Because let me tell you something. One girl was like, as good as I put it on him, there's no way he's cheating on me. There's no way this is happening, that's happening, because we too connected. Let me tell you something. You're connected really great at the moment. That person may care about you, but they never told you that it was dating you exclusively. They may have asked you not to, but they didn't say they weren't going to. And let me tell you something. When I tell you somebody was crushed, because she was bragging all over the place. That's my man. Ooh, he don't look at nobody else but me, and blah, 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 blah. And then next thing you know, I can't believe he did me this way. Not making fun of people, but just telling you, don't put yourself in that situation where you don't know how the other person is thinking or feeling about you. I'm not talking about you look beautiful today. You know you it for me. You my queen. You just find out if this person is a fling for you. And don't let them know either way how you're perceiving it. You ask them how they perceive this relationship. Is this something that's going somewhere? Or is this just a fling and we just hanging out or friends with benefit? What are you looking for? Because as far as this relationship, are you exclusive with me? That's a dagger, because it's like you got to be honest and answer. Because if they get busted, they lied. So ask the question. Not the first day or nothing like that. I'm talking about into a relationship when you feel that you or should be leveling up to the next level, the next stage, the next phase in this relationship, and understand what it is so that there's no miscommunication. Both of you speak your truth and see. Because if you don't know what's going to come of this relationship, or at least what's expected from it, how could you pursue it? Because you don't know what the heck is up. Are we just hanging out, or are we trying to build something here? You don't want to waste your time. You might like the person's company, but you have to put them in the friend zone. You can't keep trying to hold on to something that's not there and then think if they get around you. Let me tell you something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is what I remember, okay? This person is having fantasies about you, right? You are having issues expressing your true feelings, and they are as well. But you feel a strong connection. And their response is, I'm working on myself. What do you read into that? Think about it. What do you read into that? That's basically like skipping the answer to the question, correct? There's so many of us women of us men that get into relationships, and because of how great you believe it to be, the assumption of this person just being with you in your mind, whether it's true or not, in your mind, makes it stable and solid for you until you find out that that wasn't the case. But if you ask the question and they're able to respond to, you know, definitely as to what they're looking at from this relationship, honesty prevailing, you get to figure out how to say, listen, I like you and everything, we cool together, but I still want to test the waters. I don't want to commit 100% to one person until I'm sure that person is going to be my wife or my long-term girlfriend. People get so upset when they're in relationships for years and years and years, and it works good, you're happy, you're experiencing joy, but this person is like, I don't want to commit to you fully. So why is that? Those are the questions you need to ask. Why is it? Tell me so I can understand and then see if I want to play along. But if you're assuming and your feelings, what is happening? They're getting deeper and deeper, and you're getting more connected to that person in the hopes that they will exactly do the same thing. They'll get more in tune with you. And you feel that, yeah, the way I put it on him last night, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Man, I got her locked down. She starts quivering when she sees me. And maybe she does. But does that mean that it's a 100% commitment on both sides? How do you know? Did anybody tell you that? Oh, that's an assumption. Open your eyes, listen to what is said, and ask the questions that will make you feel comfortable. But no more assuming. Pisces, go after what you want, but be honest about it and ask the questions that are important to you. Do not be scared to ask questions. If you fear losing the person because you're asking questions, you already know the answer. You fooling yourself, nobody else. So make sure you open your heart. Make sure you speak your truth and look for the responses. Look for the responses. I tell people that now. Sometimes it may seem cold, but you don't want to get trapped in a relationship where the growth potential is assumed and not in reality. Okay? I'm sorry I was mean to you. It's a defense mechanism because you called out somebody on their stuff, their shiggity. You call them out on it, and they were honest with you, but they were perturbed because they were even put on the spot to answer the question. Test the waters. Test the waters. That's the most important thing you do in that relationship is you test the waters. Don't assume somebody cares about you that doesn't just because they're like a friend with benefits. If they haven't committed to you, don't assume that they are. If they're even headed in that direction. I'm feeling you and all, but I'm not ready for that type of relationship right now. You yourself have qualms because you don't know if you're ready for that type of relationship. But you would feel more aligned with it if you know that the feelings are reciprocated. The way we triggered each other felt too painful, and I didn't understand at the time. Yeah, they understood, but they were in denial realm of their feelings, of their truth, and not wanting to be tied down, feeling that they would be tied down and have to be fully committed, and that's something they may not be completely in tune with right now. Not meant to hurt you, they're sorry. It's just that they feel you and everything, but they're not sure if they want to be with one person. They want to know that they have others to fall back on because they're not completely ready to be committed 100%, but they do want you in their life until they feel that they're ready for anything permanent or long term. But my thing is, as long as you're aware of this, Pisces, you can't make an assumption. But if you're not, you assume. You hear what I'm saying? Do not assume. I still want you. I'm fighting my feelings. I still want you. I'm fighting my feelings. So they fight in their feelings to figure out if they want you 100% or if they're 100% committed. Meanwhile, they got you on the back burner, testing the waters with others, and you still holding on to the hope that after they test their wild oats, they're going to come back to you, so you'll wait. Because you're not ready, really sure if you're ready for a 100% committed relationship. So therefore, you allow this to linger on so that you have someone and you don't want to put pressure on that person and then lose them. So you go through the motions, you're back and forth. You don't feel completely comfortable because you know that there's a gap in there. There's some sort of void, but you don't want to ask the questions, but you want the answers. Does that make sense? You don't want to ask the question that's on your mind, but you want to hear the answer to it. What I say is watch for the signs. And when people get upset, listen to the things that they say. That person is sorry. Now, do they really miss you? Because they say they really miss you. Are they starting to recognize how important you are in their life? Are they ready for commitment? What are they actually saying? Do you even know? Do you care? You know you care because it's on your mind and it's bugging you, but you're scared to ask the question because you don't really want to hear the answer. You want to hear a good answer. You want to hear something, but you're scared because you're in denial in the sense that you already feel you know. But let them say it. Don't make any assumptions either way. Don't make any assumptions. Garnet Queen Tarot here, where we are inspired to rise. Pisces, listen and speak your truth. Listen to your intuition. Don't ignore it because you want something that may not be right for you. Don't make excuses. Don't deny. Don't assume. Till we meet again, Garnet Queen Tarot saying, be inspired to rise and embrace who loves you and who treats you right. Put yourself on a pedestal and say, I'm above the fray. I am strong. I am a great person. I love to love. Do you love me? Let me know. Do you love me? I can take it either way. I just want to know. Listen for your truth. Listen to the answers to questions. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for the support. Thank you for visiting the channel. Keep focus on yourself and hear your intuition loud and clear. Take care. Talk soon. Signing off. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we're inspired to rise. Talk with you soon, Pisces. Take care.